It's just exhausting. She has called this week. She was at Wednesday. She was there till after 11:30. I'm going to go back at 8. She said her hospital is located near Shorts, 35 miles away. That's the area those schools are. And now it's like
Really? How does it do that?
Shorts at all.
And they're not requiring it?
It's optional.
I was really happy that North Side and Northeast.
Well, and then I got really lucky because their school started a week later. So they had that time, because everything reports back and forth. Plus it gave them an opportunity for the board to meeting where they had like 150, citizens.
Crazy.
So at least they had that, because it looked like they weren't doing it, that they had the luxury of time. So they did the right thing. San Antonio sued because they were reporting everything.
Well, the DA said anybody who constructs a state law is time to prosecute. Go ahead and put it, sorry, it's 70.
A 6-year-old.
There were 450 school students that got.
I'll take the mission off.
Okay.
I can tell you.
Yesterday, I think, right?
No, he did yesterday. I did Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, he surprised me Wednesday, so that's fine.
You okay for today?
I am, yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, so we'll get started.
Boker Tov, everyone. We already have a minyan. I think we're right at that time.
We are indeed.
So, if you'll go ahead, rise and turn to page 6. I'll get closer to the mic.
There we go. I'll do it. Cameron has learned to do Shofari. He does it beautifully. He's going to get us started this morning.
Well, don't say that yet.
No,
Started yet. Let's say that afterwards.
No. I have full confidence.
All right, I'm going to take off my mask up here because this is a distraction for me, so if y'all need some extra space, take it. So page 6. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nasan lasafek vina le'avkin ben yom u'van le'elam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani betzamo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani ben horim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokei hakivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam abisharumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam atir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rokei haaretz alamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shesoli kol tzarkim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzei hadagaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'gvuram. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'tifaram. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten le'afkohan. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam v'yishenem yano. Baruch atah Adonai gomer chasadim tovim le'amo Yisrael. Yehi ratzon milfanei kanai Elohim v'le'evotei. אשרינו שאנחנו משקיעים ומריב ערב בבוקר ואומרים במים בכל יום שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד בעת ההוא ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש את שמך ברבים אתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו Amen.
On page 9 and following, you'll find selections for study. And as we've been going, we've been doing a selection a day. We have a chance whenever I've been up here. And, if you look at the very bottom, I'm going to skip down to where I haven't been in a while. If you look at the very bottom of 11. This is a lovely selection from Yerushalmi Ta'anit from the Jerusalem Talmud. And it's from Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, again, the bottom of 11. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel teaches the world rests on 3 principles: on justice, on truth, and on peace. So if we can find those 3 elements in life, then the world will be wonderful as it should be. All 3, however, as he teaches, are intertwined. And he goes on, of course, to give us how that is. When justice is done, that's when truth is served. And when truth is done, in essence, then peace can come. So it's a wonderful reminder of how we craft a society, how we work to make the world better, is by not just doing one thing or we have to have the whole global picture fits into each other in order to make the world the best it can be. We have to be able to be fair and be kind and create a world of justice. When we do that, then of course we can find the sense of truth that we need, and then peace can truly be peaceful. So keep it in mind as we go back to the bottom of page 12 for our concluding selection.
Bottom of page 12, may it be your will. יהי רצון מלפניך אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו שיבנו בית המקדש במהרו בימינו ותן חלקנו בתורתך ושום לעבדך ביראה כי מעולם ושנים קדמניות. And the Kaddish Rabbanan, page 13. Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabbah Ve'amad divra kivutei v'yamnik malkutei V'kayekonu v'yomekonu v'kayekonu v'Yisrael V'agala v'zman kari v'yemru Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarak le'olam olam me'amaya Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarak le'olam olam me'amaya Yidbarak v'yishtabak v'yidpar v'yidromam v'yitnaseh v'yidadav v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kodesha briku Le'ala min kol birkata v'shirata tushbekata v'nekamata damiron ve'alma ve'imeru Al Yisrael ve'al Rabbanan ve'al Tamidehon ve'al kol Tamidehon ve'al kol man da'iskan b'raita V'yatra hadain v'diba korata v'atar Yehi lohon ukon shlama rabba Kino v'kisto v'rakamim V'kayina v'kinum zonei revike U'forkanamim kadam avuhon Divashmaya v'yimeru Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya V'kayim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru Oseh shalom b'mromav u'brakamav yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Page 14, Psalm 30. And this psalm is a beautiful psalm of God preserving us even through times of trouble. Mizmor shir chanukat habiyat David amim kadonai. Lama yazmeka kavo velo yidom Adonai Elohei leolam odeka. Mourner's Kaddish, and please rise. Yigadam v'yikadash shemei Rabbah Ve'amad divra kirutei v'yamlik malkotei V'kayekon u'b'yomekon v'kayeh dekol beit Yisrael V'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru Shemei Rabbah mevarak leolam Amen. Yehesh me rabba me rak ulam alam me amaya yid barak v'yit tabat v'yit ba'av v'yit ramam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit alam shemei dekudashah b'rikhu ve'elamin kol birkatam v'shiratam tush bekata v'nechamata dameron v'amah v'yamru Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya v'kayim alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Osei shalom, v'mama hu yasei shalom, aleinu v'yokol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Page 16, please rise for Baruch Shema, Pesukei de Zimra. Baruch Shema v'aya ha'olam, Baruch hu, Baruch osei v'reshit, Baruch omer v'osei, Baruch azerim kayem, Baruch marakem ala aretz, Baruch marakem ala brio, Baruch mashalam sekatav l'riyam, Baruch elav v'kayam netzach, Baruch podeu matzil, Baruch Shemo, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Come on, be faithful. Yaki kai haolami melek meshiba kumpayo adayad shemo hagado Baruch atah Adonai melek me'olam beitish bakod. Page 17, you may be seated. O dula Adonai kiri vishmo yom etzamalisam. Kigano Adonai malo meo benorahu ako Elohim kiko Elohei aimim elilim v'Adonai shamayim asa ol v'ador le'ofanav Ishtagavut Adonai v'adrat kodesh kilu nekol haaretz Yiram Adonai Al Shemini Yatzeh Hayam Livnei Adonai Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yistagavu le'adam raglav kadoshu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yistagavu le'ar kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Page 19. Adonai Hoshi Alam Kavegata Selah Netzvot Imaru Selah Adonai Tzvot Te'ava Adonai Hoshia Melech Yanenu Bayom Korenu Hoshia et Amecha Uvarek et Nachatecha Urem, 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 Urem V'nasem, Urem V'nasem Ad Ha'olam Hoshia et Amecha Uvarek et Nachatecha Urem, 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 Urem V'nasem, Urem V'nasem Ha'olam. Ashreyam shekagalo, Ashreyam sheronai Eloha, ve'ani bekasteka v'takti, yogeli bi bishuateka, shirel Adonai ki gamal alai. Page 20, Psalm 100. Mizmor letodah, real Adonai kol haaretz. Ki tov Adonai leolam chazdo ve'ador v'ador emunato yehi kavod Adonai leolam smag Adonai b'masav. Adonai melech Adonai melech Adonai yimlok leolam v'ed Adonai melech olam v'ed. Yaakov Karlo Yisrael do ataka Yelo Yitos Adonai Amo Enakotala Yazo Adonai Hoshia, Melech Yaneinu Vayom Korenu. Ashrei Yoshvei Beteka, Oya Luka Sela, Ashrei Am Shekakalo, Ashrei Am Sharonai Lohav, Tila Le David. Koyim Aluk Heka. Tov Alaiko. Aku Tekom Aku Lami, so Megan Alaiko Flim. Get your dick, I must be like all my words told. You gotta never go to Raka. So, Marin and I move out. Hila Taranai Yalbepi. The Hila Taranai Yalbepi. Viva Reko Basashem Kochole Lam Vaed. Veanagnu Nevrakia. May I Tavad Olam. Hallelujah. 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 Nafshi Taronai. Imlo Karonai Leolam Elohai Zion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Hallelujah Kitos Amru Eloheinu Adonai Shmiknei Shabeki Yerushalayim et Adonai Hallelujah Elohai Zion Shabeki Yerushalayim et Adonai Hallelujah Elohai Zion Kizan Rikesherayik, Kizak, Rikesherayik, Berak, Banai Bekube, Berak, Banai Bekube, Berak, Banai Bekube. Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Elohai Zion. Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Elohai Zion. Magid Devarav leYaakov, Kukovos Umishpatov leYisrael, Lo Asakin leKogoy, Mashpitim beYadaom. Hallelujah. Alleluia, alleluia, Adonai Hashamayim, alleluia, ba'amromim. Vayom keren le'amoti lo'likol chasidav livnei Yisrael abkeruvo. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Shir Adonai Shir Kadash Tilo B'kol chasadim. Lo memodel b'gona v'ker b'vyo b'yadom v'goim tivon b'hum. Asol bahem mishpot katuv hodor hu lekol chasidav. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 bekosho, hallelujah, bekirauzo, hallelujah, bigvurotam, hallelujah, kerol gulo, hallelujah, beteka shofar, hallelujah, benevel bekino, hallelujah, betovu mako, hallelujah, beminim vehugam, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, b'tziltzle shama, hallelujah, b'tziltzle trua, kol hanshema, tehleyam, hallelujah, kol hanshema, tehleyam, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ubaruch Shem Kevado Leolam Ve'yemole Kevado Et Kol Haaretz Amen Ve'amen. Please rise, page 26, for the crossing of the Red Sea. Ve'vareg David Et Adonai Le'no Kol HaKahal Ve'yamer David Katan Le'no Nish V'Lavinu. Tahu Adonai ha-Elohim asher bakarta ba'Avram ve'yoseto me'u kasdim ve'samto shemo Avram u'matzavo elevavo ne'aman lefaneka orot imo habrim. Ve'ed rofehem hishlakto v'tzim Solod kemo even by mazim vayosha Adonai bayam ha'u Yisrael miyad Mitzrayim vaya Yisrael et hayat gedola asher asa Adonai b'Mitzrayim vayiruham et Adonai vayaminu b'Adonai u'Moshe avdo Az Yashir Moshe u'Bnei Yisrael et hashira hazor l'Adonai ve'yamru lemor Ashira l'Adonai ki gal zuz ve'ragvo rama vayom Ozi be'zimrat vayhili lishuam zeyeli ve'an ve'hu Elohei avi ve'aram memenu Adonai Yishmil kama Adonai Shemo Magavo paro ve'kelo yaravayom Mikamo kabalim Adonai, Mikamo ganada bakores, Vigdos chayinu ka'avin k'Adonai, movitim yana patecha. Adonai yimlog leolam va'ed Adonai yimlog leolam va'ed Ki l'Adonai hamnuka Moshe bagoyim ve'olu Moshe ve'ar Zion lishpot et ha'esav ve'atal Adonai hamnuka ve'aya Haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We say Yeshua Koach to Cameron for leading us in a beautiful beginning of our service this morning, Pesukei de Zimra, getting us awake and appreciating that we are being able to be together, give support to the family today as well. We continue as we move into Shachri, page 29. Yishtabach Shimcha Lad Malkeinu El HaMelech HaGadol VaGadosh B'Shem HaMelech Berachot v'hodot me'ata v'yad olam baruch atah Adonai HaMelech HaGadol v'tishbachot el ha'hodaot Adon ha'niflot habocher b'shirei zimra HaMelech elchei ha'olamim Yitgadol v'yitgadash shemei Rabban V'yamad yivrach v'yutevim מלכותי וחיי חונה במחונה וחיי לך בישראל בעגל אביזון קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ומהמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן ביעמה ואמרו אמן. Baruch Hu on page 30. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Mevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Yotzer Or Uvarei Choshech Oseh Shalom Uvarei Et HaKol. You are welcome to be seated. We're on the bottom of 30. Hame'ira Arts V'Ladarim Alecha. Bottom paragraph, you'll find our alphabetical acrostic as we join together. El Baruch Gedol Deya Hechinu Fazorechama Tov Yatzar Kavod Lishmo Meorot Natan Svivot Tuzo Pinot Zvav Kedoshim Romeme Shaddai Tamid Misaprim Kevod El Ukdushato El Baruch Gedol Deya Echinu Fazorechama Tov Yatzar Kavod Lishmo Meorot Natan Svivot Uzo Meorot Natan Svivot Uzo Meorot Natan Svivot Uzo Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al Shevach Maaseh Yedecha V'Yame'areh Or Shasita Yifaruch Hasela. Page 31. Titbarach Tzureinu Malkeinu V'Goaleinu Borei Kedoshim Yishtabach Shem Chalad Malkeinu. Kulam Alvim, Kulam Birurim, Kulam Giborim, V'Kulam Osim B'Yema U'V'Yirat Etzon Konam, V'Kulam Polchim Et Bihem B'Ktushav Tahara, V'Shira V'Zimra, U'Barachim, U'Shabachim, U'Farim, U'Maritzim, U'Makdishim, U'Mamlichim, Et Shem Ha'el HaMelech HaGadol, HaGibor HaNorah Kadoshu, V'chulam mekablim alehem ol malchut shamayim ze mizeh v'notnim reshut ze lazeh lehaktish liyotra menachet ruach b'safa v'ruah b'nima kedosha kulam kecharonim v'yomrim b'yirah kadosh 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 Adonai tzevaot melech kol haaretz kevodo והאופנים וחיות הקודש ברעש גדול מתנסים למצרפים ומתם משבחים ואומרים ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו אל ברוך נימות שיתנו למלך החי וקיים. אור חדש על ציון תאיר ונזכחו לנו מהרה לאורו ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר המאורות. We're on page 32. אהבה רבה אהבתנו אדוני אלוהינו וחמולנו ונעריננו בתורתך. Third paragraph on the page, we traditionally bring the four corners of our talit together, the four tzitzit. It's a reminder to us that when we pull together to do the mitzvot, that's when we can indeed make a difference in the world. And certainly as we observe this day of Shiva for Martha, we remind ourselves that it takes a community for us to move through difficult times, even as it takes a community to celebrate the wonderful times as well. So we keep that in mind on the bottom of 32 as we join together. V'avienu l'shalom me'arba kanfot haaretz v'tolichenu kamemiyut le'artzenu ki helpo el Yeshuatata uvanu v'charta mikol hamvelashon v'kerav tanu l'shimcha hagadol sela be'emet lehodot lecha uyachercha b'yahava Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'yamo Yisrael be'ahava 33 Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha Bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol me'odecha ve'ayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinanta ham levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochvecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'hisharecha Bottom of 33 v'hayah Top of page 34, you'll find the biblical instruction to wear the tzitzit. Again, a reminder of the mitzvot we join together. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'amarta alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdehem ledorotam Venatnu al tzitzit hakanaf betil techelet ve'ayalachem letzitzit or item oto uschartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam ve'lo taturu acharei levavchem yacharei nechem Asher atem zonim achareihem leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem v'yatziv nacham v'kayam v'yashar Ledor vador hu kayam ushmo kayam v'chison nachon u'malchuto v'munato le'ad kayam Yurav chayim v'kayamim v'nemanim v'nechmadim Emet shata Adonai Eloheinu v'lehi avotenu malkeinu melech avotenu go'aleinu go'el avotenu yotzreinu tzur yeshuatenu podenu matzilenu me'olam shemecha ein Elohim zulatecha Ezra Tavotenu Atahu Me'olam. We're on page 35. Tehilot Elyon Baruch Hu Umavorach Moshe Ubnei Yisrael Lechanu Shira B'Simcha Rabbah V'Yamru Chulam Micham Hocha Ba'elim Adonai Mikam Hocha Nedar B'Kodesh Norah Tehilot Osef Eleh Shira Chadasha Shipchu Gilim L'Shimcha Asfat Hayam Yachad Kulam Hodu V'Himlichu V'Yamru Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed. We rise. Sor Yisrael Kuma B'Ezrat Yisrael Uvdechinu Mecha Yehuda V'Yisrael Go Aleinu Adonai Tzavot Shabo Kadosh Yisrael Baruch Ata Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We begin the Amidah together on page 36b. 36b. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanoram, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avod, U'Mevi Goel Livnei V'Neihem, L'man Shemo V'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Fokedu Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Abraham Ufoked Sarah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Meitim Ata Rav L'Hoshia, Morid HaTahal, Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayei Meitim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim, Umekayem emunato yishenei afar, michamocha bal gevura tu mito melech, melech meimit umachayeh umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lachayot meitim, Baruch ata Adonai, mechayeh ha'meitim. 37. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam kashem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom kakatuv yad v'yecha v'karazel zev yamar Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvaot Melech al haaretz kivodo l'matam baruch yomeru Baruch kivod Adonai Kamo, B'divrei Kodshecha Katuv Le'mor. Yimloch Adonai Le'olam Elohai Tzion L'dor V'dor Hallelujah L'dor V'dor Nagigod Lecha U'netzach Netzachim Kedushacha Nakdish V'shivchacha Lo Ninu Mipinu Lo Yamush Le'olam Va'ed Ki El Melech Gadol V'Kadosh Ata Baruch Ata Adonai Ka'el HaKadosh. House of mourning, we generally refrain from tachanun. However, as we're in the synagogue, those of you who wish, you're welcome to take a few moments for tachanun on page 62. Osreinu Eloheinu Devar Kavod Shemecha V'Hatzilenu V'Chaper Achatotenu L'Ma'an Shemecha. You'll find Chatzi Kaddish on 64. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash Shemei Rabba v'yalma divrach yidutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechonu v'mechonu v'chayerecho b'Yisrael v'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olomei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'chimam v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudisha v'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiram v'yama v'imru Amen. You're welcome to be seated. Page 78, you'll find the concluding part of our service as we recite Ashrei, Ashrei, Ashrei V'Techad Yelucha Selah, page 78. Tehillat Adonai Yedaber Pi V'Varech V'Basar Shem Kodsho Le'Olam V'Hed V'Anachnu Nevarech Yam Yatav Yad Olam Hallelujah Lamanatzeich Mizmor L'David. Adonai Hoshea HaMelech Yaneinu V'Yom Koreinu. Page 80. Uva Letzion Goel Fashabah Yakabim Adonai. Vayiftechu b'chayodei shemecha, ki lo azavta dorshecha, Adonai, Adonai chafetz laman tzidko yagdil Torah ve'yadir. Page 82, you'll find Kaddish Shalem. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach l'utei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayerecho be'Yisrael, ba'agala b'zman karib, v'imru amen. Yeheshmei Rabba mevorach le'olam v'lo maya. Yitbarach v'yishtavach v'yitbar v'yitma minaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei l'kudesha rifu le'ela mikol berchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechmata da'amira miyama v'imru amen. Titgabal tzaloton v'uton dechol Yisrael kodam avon v'shemaya v'imru amen. Yehesh lama Rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleni v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imrama v'yaseh shalom alenu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. You'll find Alenu on page 83. Alenu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'teit gedula l'yotzer reshit shelo asanu k'goyei haratzon v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamalchim hakadosh baruch hu. Ki hamalchut shelcha hi ula'ameatim loch bechavod kakatuv b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam v'ed v'nemar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo 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 echad u'shemo echad. You are welcome to be seated. Before we do our first mourner's Kaddish, we been talking, certainly as a family, been talking about continuing to share memories of Martha, and that certainly is the best way to remind ourselves of the values and the ideals that we've learned from her, and certainly the smiles that we've gained through life. If there's anyone who wants to share a memory, you don't have to, but a thought, a memory, anything?
I'll share a memory.
Good, thank you, Mike. I've got one
already
too.
shared with Karen, but I remember the amazing smile and friendliness that Martha always had when you came into the Delicious Foods, and whenever I saw her in the synagogue here. She was always friendly. She was always trying to help us. And as I wrote to Karen and Phil the other day, my kids, when they were little, they used to walk from our house to the Northwest cinemas, and they would stop by Delicious Foods just to say hello. And they were always greeted with friendliness and warmness by Martha. And that's. Yeah, that's true. Martha was my babysitter growing up. I'm an old guy, but it's sort of like the story about Rabbi Mitran as secretary, and I did a double bris on a Sunday morning here in this chapel, right here. And Harold Vexler came up to me and said, "Mike, I was at your bris."
It's when you know you've been around a community for a pretty long time, right? Anyone else? Thank you for sharing that. Anyone? Well, I shared this the other day with the family as well, that they know we've talked about this a couple times, that I found out as I was looking through birthday lists that Martha and I share the same birthday. And then as we were talking the other night, we realized we share the same anniversary, wedding anniversary also. But what I didn't talk about the other day was that as listening to all the memories that you have and share, and I learn so much whenever I get to, I really see it as an honor and a privilege to be able to work with a family and listen to their stories. I realized that she and I, Martha and I, will probably be best buds, because we really have very similar ways of seeing the world. And one of the things that I love that you shared with Paula and Karen, you shared the other night, is how your mom always showed you everything, right? She didn't just give you a recipe and say, here, this is how you're going to do it. How did you all become who you are? You learned, right? And she showed you how to block when she was embroidering, right? She showed you how the yarn, she could have the amazing ability to just count how long the yarn was, or how many feet you would need, or how many inches. And she showed you all how to do that. And I think that's so instructive. And I know as a parent, I think of that way. I try to do that as well. That's an educator's brain, right? That's always thinking about how to transmit what we know in a positive way to the next generation, whether it's our own kids or maybe the kids we're babysitting, right? But certainly, I think that the more I learn from you all about her, and again, I did get a chance just to know her in a not in a deep way, but from hearing the stories, I think that we certainly carry the same perspective of the world, and it is for us, I think, to continue forward in how we look at life, to try to see it through the glasses that she put on for us and those memories that we hold. So just keep those thoughts in mind. And I know that whenever I see a beautiful work of embroidery or a great piece of strudel, I know I will think of her, but I will certainly toast her memory when I celebrate a birthday or an anniversary, as we do. But I really think it's the core things, like how we arrive into the world, how we share who we are. And she had a gift in being able to do that. And that's apparent in how she touched so many lives. Anyone else? So we're going to do Mourner's Kaddish on page 84. We have 2 Mourner's Kaddishes here in this part of the service. Page 84, those reciting, if you'll rise. And as we recite Mourner's Kaddish, we keep the memory of Martha in our hearts. We remind ourselves that we do move forward in life, even as we, again, feel those tears. We feel that tear in the fabric of our family, but we know that God is with us and our community stands with us as well. Page 84. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam v'lomei omayah. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. You may be seated. We turn to the Psalm for Friday, page 90. Hayom yom shishi b'shabbat shebo hayu havim amreim b'veit hamikdash. Adonai malach Yehud navesh Adonai zevitah. Eidotecha nemnu me'od leveitcha nava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim. Page 92, we have the special psalm for this High Holy Day period, for the period of Elul all the way through the High Holy Days. Our extra psalm, Psalm 27, reminding us that God again is with us during this holy period of time. Le David Ananai Orishi Memeira. Luhulehem anti lerot betuv Adonai be'eretz chayim kavei el Adonai chazak v'yametz libecha ve'kavei el Adonai. If you can either turn back to page 84 or forward to page 100, there you'll find our final mourner's Kaddish, and we will follow it in a minute with the blowing of the shofar as we do in the month of Elul. As we recite this last Kaddish, we also certainly keep in our thoughts Martha Rabinowitz, and we observe the yortzites of Minnie Schnitzer. So we keep them in mind and any others that of our loved ones during this moment. Page 100. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabah v'yalma divrach v'irutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabah mevarach le'olam malomei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'romav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We pause for the sounding of the shofar. Knew we'd get it there somehow.